Hi everybody, it's Alison. Just a little info video really to help people decide what they should be doing once they have created a little bit more of a social media presence. Quite often I see these random adverts that say start your business or go freelance without any website, without any lead page, without anything at all. All you need is a social media profile. I just think that's fundamentally not true. The social media profile is a way of building a relationship and bringing attraction to your business or to your brand. However, once a client or a visitor lands on one of your social media posts or something they have interacted with, you need to back that up with something. And more importantly, most people that land on some of your content or your posts, they are also going to be looking for qualification. They're going to be looking for confirmation that you are you are who you say you are. They'll be looking to see if they can validate your post. So, and especially if somebody, if you're wanting to sell something or you're wanting somebody to buy a product or a service. So these posts that say start a business or particularly start teaching online and you don't need a website is ridiculous. I have been teaching for many years myself, and be it a student, an adult student, or a parent who has a child who they would like to find lessons for, one thing they're going to be looking for is credibility and also your reputation, and those are things that you can demonstrate through a website. So if people think that you can create a business with no website, I don't think it's professional, and I also think it's really quite cheapskate. If you're going to go into business or you want to freelance, you can't do it on nickel and dime. You can't do it on a shoestring. It doesn't need to cost a lot, but you do need to have your fundamentals. You do need to have social media accounts. You do need to have, a website, and you do need to have an element of emails and CRMs, which I'm going to go into actually on another post. But fundamentally, you do need a website or a lead page. Now, lots of people say to me, what's the lead page? What's the funnel? What's the website? What's the difference? What do I do with them all? In my businesses, I have all of them, and they are all very different. Obviously, you know what a website is. I think they've been around for a long time. Everybody knows that you have multiple different options from menus, either at the top or at the side. And there's generally lots of information on it, which is great for purposes of validation, etc., etc. However, if you're running a social media campaign or you're doing some paid advertising, such as Facebook advertising, and they click on a post and that post is going to send them to something, to buy something, either a product or a service, there are two things that I would use. I would either use a lead page or I would use a funnel. What's a funnel? A funnel is basically a one-pager. Okay, to the client it looks like a one-pager, but actually it's normally 3 pages kind of superimposed. So the client lands on one page and you'll have your product with your call to action, which would be a button saying click here or buy this or go further, and you take your client through various stages. A funnel is like the client or the visitor walking through your shop door, and you're taking them through a number of processes, informing them and helping build trust with them before they finally click and buy. The idea of a funnel in comparison to a website is that a funnel is very clear. The purpose is to buy, and the objective psychologically, with the direction that the print and the logos and the images and the general structure of the funnel is to take the client from here to here without any confusion, without thinking about other things that they can see, as you would do on a website. So a funnel is predominantly used for purchases in mind. That's what it's for. A lead page, again, can be used with paid advertising for a particular product or service, but most importantly, it's used to start to generate an email list. So if you're normally selling something of a considerable value, or you're trying to create your own business, either as a freelancer or a small business, or even the bigger businesses do this, they use lead pages, whereas it's an opportunity for you to give something to the client for free to build trust and confidence, and in exchange they give you normally their email address, because you will be needing that in order to facilitate the delivery of whatever it is that you're supply them or give them. And this is like the first point of relationship building on the internet with social media. So for people, and all of those things are fundamental in business. You can't have a business without them. I would be an odd business. I'd like to see a business actually that didn't have them, or one of those things in particular. So there you go. I hope that's really useful, and see you again soon. Goodbye.